Hi, I'm here today to share with you how you can create the healing miracle you've been looking for. Years ago, I stood in front of a mirror with tears streaming down my face because I had been in pain for 10 years. No doctor had been able to diagnose what was wrong. I didn't know about alternative healing, and I had no idea that healing was ultimately my responsibility. I was scared, angry, and desperate to find a solution. I wanted a miracle. And when my perspectives and compassion finally aligned with my intention, I got one. Nearly 20 years later, when I discovered I had the onset symptoms of MS, things were different. This time, I knew I could initiate my own miracle. No fear or desperation. Using alternative and allopathic medicine, and later with my energy alone, I've healed a hormonal imbalance where I was producing as much testosterone as a teenage boy, MS, a collapsed fallopian tube, dissolved a tumor in my breast, and nipped cancer in the bud. Because I'm a teacher, while I was healing, I wrote down the steps I was using, the same steps I'd been observing my clients, colleagues, and friends using to heal various chronic conditions. Since then, I've interviewed others who also healed from chronic or incurable conditions, only to discover they applied many of the same steps knowingly or unknowingly. Those universal steps are described in my book, The Root of All Healing, 7 Steps to Healing Anything. And now I've expanded that work with this audio course. I care about people, and I don't like to see people suffer. Both my parents died from cancer, so I have a lot of motivation to learn how to prevent suffering and heal the supposedly incurable. What I have discovered over the past 30 years is that we can actually create our healing miracles. We can say our prayer for healing, and rather than wait for a miracle, we can initiate it. You see, behind most illnesses, there's a hidden emotional need getting partially met through your illness. But an illness leaves when you identify the subconscious need and meet it in a healthier way. This is fundamental to long-lasting healing. When I'm asked if some conditions are permanent, I reflect on one of my earliest clients. In her 70s, using her visualization with my support, she grew a new valve to her heart. After my experience with Amelia, I've been unwilling to put a limit on what any individual can do. And then there is Bruce Lipton, author of The Biology of Belief, who shows us there is a direct relationship between our beliefs and their effect on our bodies, including our DNA, which means we can even affect our genetic makeup. He says, we can control our lives by controlling our perceptions. That's why these steps apply to any condition, because they are steps for getting you to the perceptions and self-compassion you need to create miracles. People that work with me often discover powerful emotional and spiritual root causes, the kind that medical doctors wouldn't look for, such as family beliefs, curses, karmic issues, inner child wounds, denial of spiritual gifts, empathic reactions to distress in people or the earth, denial of intuitive wisdom, and more. Healing is about learning how to release those limits, to become the internal space in which healing simply must occur. It's about a much deeper relationship with the divine, something most of us have never been taught to access through illness. That's why I call it a sacred journey. The 7 steps in the Root of All Healing audio course provide you with 2 major outcomes in your sacred journey. 1, they help you heal yourself directly as your perceptions change, and 2, they help you attract the right methodologies and healers to really make the difference for you. In this audio course, I expanded the steps, adding insights I discovered after I wrote the book. I take you through exercises, questions, and discussions that unlock the perceptions and compassion inside you that are required for your healing. Imagine being well enough to fulfill your life path, experience prosperity, attract your partner, and really enjoy life. That's why I created the 7 steps and this audio course, so that you would have a pathway out of pain and into the life you came here to live. I invite you to read the results from people that have experienced healing using the program, some of them healing lifelong illnesses. Discover for yourself how the Root of All Healing audio course can help you create your own healing miracles.